Hi guys, sorry I was preoccupied with quite a few things over the past several days. But now I'm back with the review of the second T20I between India and West Indies. Finally, a competitive game on this tour. The toss went in West Indies' favour and elected to field first. Once again, their skipper Pollard commenting on the due factor. Once more, Ishan Kishan failed to get going and eventually fell for 2 runs of 10 balls to end this short and scrappy stay. Now here's my say on this. Like how Rohit spoke about keeping quiet about Virat's form so he would be alright, we need to give the youngster a break. He's being heavily trolled for his performances in the series so far, but we've seen how destructive he has been in the past. He scored blistering half centuries on T20I and ODI debut. He is more than capable to start quickly off the blocks. Furthermore, the pressure of a high price tag of 15 plus crore in the recent IPL auction could have got to him, and he might even be burdened with more expectations for him to perform, which could be the reason behind the downfall. So I feel we need to keep our eyes away from Ishan Kishan for a while. Exactly what Rohit said about Pant when he was struggling. Many fans finally witnessed a batting partnership between Rohit and Kohli, and it came after almost 4 months. Surprisingly, it was Virat who did the bulk of the scoring. He cruised along to 27 of just 15 balls, and Rohit was dropped early in his innings on 4 at backward point by Brendan King, and he chipped in with a couple of boundaries, before it was once again Roston Chase who got the better of him and broke the partnership on 49. Suryakumar Yadav fell 2 overs later as Virat continued to rotate the strike against the spinners, and on 46 tried to cut loose with a slog sweep that was dropped by Jason Holder at long on and parried over the ropes to bring up his 30th half century in T20 internationals. However, just as he was starting to dig in for the final flourish, Roston Chase had him playing all over the ball and bowled him through the gate to bag wickets of the top 3, and ended his spell with impressive figures of 3 wickets for 25 runs in his 4 overs. When Venkatesh Iyer walked in, India were 106 for 4 with 38 balls left in their innings, and these two were the only specialist batsmen left in the lineup that consisted of a rather lengthy tail. And you would have thought that even 170 to 175 would have been a decent total, considering the precarious situation that India were placed in. But these two played freely and fearlessly, put away the bad balls, played some unorthodox shots, ran the singles and doubles well. And it's not just the rate at which the 76-run partnership of 35 balls came, but in that there were only 4 dots, which suggests how proactive they were at the crease. Venkatesh Iyer fell in the last over to a pinpoint Yorker bowled by Romario Shepherd, who conceded just 7 runs in the 20th, smartly keeping the ball away from Pant's hitting arc. Rishabh Pant also got to his 3rd half century in T20 internationals, all 3 coming against the West Indies, and India finished on a really good total of 186 for the loss of 5 wickets. The power play is such a crucial period when you are chasing a total on the higher side, and West Indies were rather conservative, going at less than 7 runs per over at the end of the 5th over, with neither of their openers going at a rate faster than a run a ball. Chahal then got Mayers, and Pooran came out within 10 from the first ball, quite literally, as he opened his account with a boundary. He smashed Harshal Patel for 10 runs of his first 2 balls, but 2 overs later, Ravi Bishnoi had Brendan King back to the pavilion, who faced 30 balls but scored at a strike rate of less than 75. He was heavily criticized for his approach by the commentators on air as well. At the end of the 9th over, West Indies' required run rate climbed up to over 11.5, with 11 overs remaining, and with 2 power hitters out in the middle and a couple more yet to come, it was definitely possible. Bishnoi once again missed a catching opportunity, once again of Chahal's bowling, and once again of Pooran's batting, when he was on 21, but this time it was a more straightforward chance, and it almost went on to cost India the game. Pooran made full use of that, as well as the fine form he's in, as he capitalized on the bad balls, continued to find the boundary regularly, and kept rotating the strike. Powell, on the other hand, flexed his might as he muscled the ball for fours and sixes, used his power and caught up with Pooran in the 17th over. Pooran crossed the 50-run mark of 34 deliveries and Powell got to it of his 28th, and West Indies needed 37 from 3 overs. Very gettable. However, Harsha bowling the 18th and Bhuvi bowling the 19th conceded just 12 runs combined, keeping it away from the hitting zone. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who failed to make an impact during the South Africa ODI series, was dropped from the third game, comes back and bowls a game-changing 19th over, giving away just 4 runs with 2 power hitters at the crease and outfoxes one of them to claim his wicket, leaving the opposition with 25 runs to get from the last. Powell reignited the dying flame when he smashed 2 successive maximums, needing 11 of 2 balls, but turned out it wasn't enough. That wrapped up India's 100th T20 international win and sealed the series 2-0 with 1 game to play. Now with Virat and Pant given breaks, let's see who gets the opportunity in the third T20 international.